Welcome back, students. We have just seen what is alliteration, and we just reminded ourselves on sound devices in our previous clip. Now, in the next part of our presentation, we are going to look at assonance, right? So we know what is alliteration now. It's consonant sound. Now, we have assonance. Now, assonance in this case refer to the repetition of vowel sounds, right? Remember, when we say vowel sounds, we have so many vowel sounds, short and long vowel sound, not the R, A, E, or U that we are aware of, but all the vowels that we've looked at. And remember, there are really many, the short vowels, the long vowels, and so on. So this is the repetition of the same vowel sound within a line of a poem in a close proximity. So the idea of it being close is very important. Now, he pricked his shrinking body vividly. He pricked, he pricked his shrinking body vividly. E has been repeated. That is assonance. So he was told to graze the goat by the road. He was told to graze the goat by the road. We have O sound being repeated. So, and that's what refers to as assonance. Then, what is consonants? What is consonants? We looked at as alliteration, the repetition of consonant sounds, where the initial consonant sound. Assonance, the repetition of any sound, which is a vowel sound, in a close proximity in a line. And now consonants, again, is the repetition of consonant sounds within a line, right? But not the initial. The moment they become the initial, that is alliteration. But if it's not initial, therefore, that is consonants. Now, look at this. Scarcely had silver and gold. She searched, right? So we have had, we have searched, it's at the end, okay? And then we have the sound D, which is appearing there. Now, after that, we looked at onomatopoeia, right? And some of these words are called onomatopoeic word. And onomatopoeia is the pronunciation of the word. And this word imitates a sound. Just like in the first clip, we had the word, so, clap, and the word itself. So, onomatopoeic words are definitely about the sound that they make. And then, the sound itself is ideophone. Now, we say is the pronunciation of the word, and this word imitates a sound. So, onomatopoeia is used because it's often difficult to describe sounds. Sometimes, you know, it's easy to say what light is not than what it is. What is light? To describe what light is not is a little bit easier than even telling us what light is, isn't it? So, because some sounds are not easy, right, to describe them, so we have those words which are closer to them. Now we say you fall with a third, right? And now how have you fallen? With a third, okay? Now, that sound that you make when you fall and the word, they are very close. So that's onomatopoeic, onomatopoeia word. When we close the door, we close our door with a bang, boom, right? So that sound, now maybe to write that or to describe that, that's why now this word comes, so that in a way they are somehow related and they are able to describe that sound. So that is onomatopoeic word. So furthermore, a story becomes more lively and also very interesting as we use this sound. Remember some of the narratives or some of the short stories we used to listen when we were young, most of them were just comprised of some sound, right? Garia, garia, kukru, kukakara, the train moved, right? Pata, pata, tapa, and so on. So those words and the sounds are very important in making any poem interesting. Now look at this. The lion roared. The lion roared. Now, instead of, now we can say the lion, the sound, the one the lion will make, now we say roared. But roared and the sound made by the lion are very close. So this is an onomatopoeia word. The sticks sizzled in the pan. Sizzled, right? The bomb went off with a bang. Bang. My son swoshed the basketball into the net. Swoshed. That action. Please do not whisper in the examination hall. Please do not whisper in the examination hall. When you say whisper, whisper, and when it's done, they are close. The sound, then we have the onomatopoeia word. The owl hooted as it sat in the tree. Hooted, right? And then, boo, I scared you, right? So, that is an onomatopoeia word. Are these sound devices important? Do we need them? Yes, they are very important in our presentation of any poem, whenever we are reciting it, whether it's a song. Remember, the moment we use them, it makes it entertaining, it makes it enjoyable, and so on. So, why is it that we need these sound devices? Importance of these sound devices. So, gives a poem a musical touch, rhythm. Remember, with the reading being absent, is just like reciting a dull poem. But the moment you have these sound devices as part of it, then it becomes very musical, and it has a very rhythmic effect, and you can feel it, that pattern which is there. Now, it makes the poem message memorable. It's very easy to remember, and some of you, when you revise, some of us have made some short songs to remember it. And there's a way, that's when we make those mnemonics, we have it as sound. Someone can say something, you wonder, does this really exist? But it's there. It's helping them to remember. Memorability is very important by these sound devices. You just remember a small part of the sound, then there you are. You click it on, and there you can remember that. So, rhythmic effect, it makes it, it brings out the idea of musicality. It makes the poem memorable, and again, it makes the poem interesting and enjoyable. You wouldn't be there just listening to a dull poem or very dull music that will not excite you. But by having these sound devices, it makes that poem entertaining and also enjoyable, and therefore interesting for you to listen to. Now, pleasure is derived from reciting a poem. When you recite it, not just reading, when you recite it and pronounce those words the way they're supposed to be pronounced, bring out the sound that they're supposed to be, then there we got an enjoyable and interesting one, if at all it has those sound devices. Now, it also helps to reinforce meaning in a poem. It reinforces meaning. You are able to get the message clearly by bringing out what the author or the poet intended to deliver. And then it helps create mood in a poem. Is it sad? Is it entertaining? Is it maybe we are in a celebratory mood? So you create that mood by those sound devices. Now look at this. Make me a grave where you weep, in a lowly plain or a lofty hill. Make it among earth's humblest graves, but not in a land where men are slaves. I could not rest if around my grave I heard the steps of a trembling slave. His shadow above my silent tomb would make it a place of fearful gloom. I could not rest if I heard the tread of a coffee gang to the shambles led, and the mother's shriek of wild despair rise like a curse on the trembling air. Just look at that. Wheel and heel, graves and slaves, grave and slave, tomb and gloom, trend and lead, despair and air. That is rhyme appearing at the end. right? Now, the sound device are very important. So it's easy. If you remember, wheel. Wheel was going with which one? Definitely it's heel, right? Graves and slaves, right? Grave and slave. Tomb and gloom. So, bury me in a free land. Simple poem, just practice it, go through it, and then you'll see how these sound devices create that effect there. Now, so identify all the rhyming words in the above poem. So I just need you to get the rhyming words which are in that poem. And again, look at the sharper, gutter, crack, the glass, sharper, gutter, that one is, that is supposed to be, assonant, crack, glass, thick, pink, assonant, right? Take the fake, pain, away, right? Again, assonant. The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain. The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain. Assonance, okay? Bam, bam, bam. The music booms to attract the young ones. The louder the better. Beep, 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 beep. So what's happening? Bam, bam. This is the sound. Ideophone. So probably a matatu. Yeah, that most young people like. The louder, the better. Beep, beep, and so on. That's the sound. Ideophone. When weeds in wheels shoot, long and lovely. When weeds and weeds, alliteration. Stare for the sake of the souls of the stained bird sail. Alliteration. Private policy is a public profit. Private policy is a public profit. Private policy, public profit. Dignity still shall be dressed with decorum. The D that we have there. So thank you very much, and we are going to interact more in our Google Classroom, and that's when I'm going to present you the assignment and the poem that I want us to work on. Thank you very much, stay safe, and God bless you.